And then election day is on Tuesday, right?
Tuesday. Make sure you get out and vote.
November 6th. I already voted. Okay. I took Todd. He voted too.
I'm in.
We already voted. I hope you are voting. I urge you, I beg of you to get out there and vote. Make it important, just as important to you as it is to me. If it's not important to you, then, I don't care. I still need you to go out and vote for your family, for your friends, for your kids, because it's important. It's important, man. I know. I've met people that say, oh, it's not important, my vote doesn't count. But here in Georgia, the election is so close that every single little vote is going to count. Anyway, it's a lot of people out here today. I had a seat over in the VIP section, but I wanted to be on the front line because, Obama is coming up here to speak, so I came, and I don't care. I'm going to stand up here until he gets up here to say his speech, because I wanted to be as close to the stage as possible. So I'm right here on the front line, and I'm excited.
What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Being Entertainment News. Today's election day, so definitely go out there and vote. This video, we're going to talk about some Housewives, news, but we're also going to focus on voting and things like that. Of course, I wanted to put that in the title, but YouTube have become so sensitive that certain words would trigger, what this video is not suitable for advertisers, and then your video end up being blocked, and you have to request, review and all types of stuff. So that's why the title don't have the word voting in it, but we're going to focus on that. Before we get to that, I want to talk about this very short interview Kandi did recently, talking about Kenya Moore and twisting Kenya Moore's arm to be on this season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta as it relates to coming to Cynthia Bailey event. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description below to the interview. Basically, she was just saying that, Kenya did not want to go. I'm sure when Cynthia reached out to her, she wanted to be there for her friend and support her friend. But I'm sure the next question she asked her friend was, is this being filmed? Of course it's being filmed. It's Cynthia Bailey big event. And I'm sure Kenya was probably like, nah, go ahead, do your thing. I will celebrate you a different way, with my own terms. But Kandi insisted that she begged Kenya to come. She twisted her arm for her to come. There were a lot of false news stories running around there, how Kenya popped up and how she's so desperate to be on the show. I mean, it doesn't even work that way. You know what I'm saying? Your friend having an event, your friend is going to call you. You don't just pop up. You know what I'm saying? Also, Cynthia Bailey, who's about her coins, okay, is then going to give Kenya, who's mic'd up, the mic to speak at her event.
You guys go out and drink lots of peach please. And I have Miss Kandi Moore here.
Hey, Kenya Moore!
Does this ring a bell? I just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting my friend. She has got the most amazing heart and spirit, and all of these jobs that are coming to her is not because she just needs them, it's because she really is a hard worker and just loves everything that she does, and everyone that she comes in contact with is just blessed by her pure spirit. So I just want to say congratulations to you. You are a mogul, you are a boss, and we love you. Congratulations to your life.
An event that Kenya just popped up to and she had no clue. Come on, people. I understand there's a lot of haters and hate out there for Kenya, but let's use common sense here. Let's use common sense. What Kenya's doing, driving around with a mic now? So she's just driving around with a mic in her dress. Bravo mic'd her up. Now, whether they use that footage or not, it's completely up to them. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever narrative you want to go with out there, that's great. But sometimes we just have to use common sense, okay? So shout out to Kandi for clearing that up and always coming through. And even after Kandi said that she twisted Kenya's arm, there's still people running with the Kenya is so desperate she popped up. Now, I do my best not to focus on mess like that. So for those of you who send me DMs and all of that, I didn't talk about it because it wasn't news. Because, you know, there's one thing to follow the narratives, you know, of TV and all of that. There's another thing to have common sense and to just know that sometimes people would just do whatever or write whatever, you know, just to get a rise out of people. And this is just me talking in general. This is not towards any one, you know, specific or anything like that. Because like I always say, when I get into these topics, I stay in my lane over here. And, you know, let's keep it that way. So Kandi, you know, said that she's bummed that Kenya is not going to be on this season, and that she really do hopes that Kenya come back next season, and that, you know, she's talked to Kenya since Kenya had Brooklyn, and she can't wait to go back to Atlanta to, you know, visit Kenya and just hold the baby and be there for all of that. So Kenya's an amazing friend. So shout out to Kandi. Now let's go ahead and talk about voting. So Kandi, you know, been on a campaign trail with Stacey Abrams, you know, running for governor for Georgia. So guys, go out there and definitely vote. You know, there was a speech that President Obama was giving a little while ago, and he said something about, you know, one of his opponents, and people were booing, and he said, don't boo, vote. You know, all of the people who did not vote, but they started complaining for things to be different. If you have the right to vote and you can't vote and you choose not to, you can't be out here complaining because your vote could have changed something. You know what I'm saying? So definitely don't play with it this time. Go out there and vote. I'm going to go ahead and put a few pictures on the screen from people. Oprah was in Georgia campaigning for Stacey Abrams. She was going door to door and all of that. So shout out to, you know, icon, legendary auntie Oprah. There's a picture right here from Nene Leakes, you know, Stacey Abrams, governor, and Kandi, of course, looking beautiful. On there, you have Cynthia Bailey also lending her support. You have Kandi's husband Todd also lending his support. The last video I just did with Diddy, he also have messages in there. I'm not going to put it in here to make this video long, so go ahead and watch that video. And of course, Kandi met President Obama. Yep, still my president. And her caption, my boy, shout out to Isaac Hayes III. This picture belongs to him. All credit goes to him. I did send Isaac a message asking if I could use his image. So Isaac, shout out to you. And like I said, all credit goes to him. That is his Instagram page. Had my back and took my pic with President Barack Obama, even though I was looking goofy in the pic because I wasn't ready. But thanks. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's like the goal is to take a picture standing next to someone like that. So it's like, even if your face don't look right, it's like, you know what? I got my picture though. So, you know, shout out to Kandi just being out there and using her platform wisely. So shout out to Kandi. And like I said, of course, her husband Todd was there.
Look who's right there, y'all. Okay. I'm so close.
And also, Monica been doing a lot as well. With the whole situation. Now, they both were on Instagram Live. And so there's this video from Instagram Live of the Riley of them being there when President Obama came out and gave his speech. It's a very long video, so I'm going to edit. I'm just going to keep the important parts where she's talking.
Although I'm afraid to do it. My name is Stacey Abrams, and I intend to be the next governor. Over the course of this campaign, I have had the honor of reaching out to voters across Georgia, listening to their voices and their dreams. Because regardless of where we live, we share a common belief that Georgia can do more, can be more for all of us. See, I know that what unites us is the organization to register voters and defend voting rights. I've had to do this against Georgia's homegrown architect of voter suppression. Because it's okay. Because I know that we can't wait for change. This cast. My connection got bad. I had to turn it off and turn it back on. Georgia history is made by those who show up. But not just on election day. Every day. When we launched our campaign in 2017, conventional wisdom said I wouldn't make it past the primary. But, but here's the thing. I didn't have to look hard or far to know the conventional Because, you see, when small businesses in our country were on the brink of collapse after the Great Recession, one man said we could save them and invested in our dreams. President in American history have been able to move the needle on health care. One man defied the odds. He defied the odds and he offered hope to millions. When families struggled to make sense of gun violence, one man demanded morality and refused to be silent. He has made a life of speaking truth to power and using power to give light to the truth. He has defied conventional wisdom with an unconventional grace and a vision that has lifted us all. Because when others dared say no, he's told us all, yes, we can. Darkest days seemed endless and America wondered if we could find our way again. He showed us all, yes we can. And when change lies within our reach, when history is within our grasp, when we can make our futures anew on November 6th, he reminds us all, yes we can. Ladies and gentlemen,
criminal justice reform.
All right.
And we respect the Second Amendment and support common sense gun legislation. Let's be clear. We've had a lot of people tell us what they're going to do, but let me tell you something. I will never shirk from or hide from my responsibilities.
You know, it is election day, and I felt like this video was important to put up here to just. Now I know my Kandi Burruss supporters saw her name and clicked, but thank you for also listening and watching about voting. Now this part right here, you really don't. This was before President Obama came out to speak.
I need y'all. Okay, so y'all know I could be wild, I could be crazy, but the one thing that I just believe that, you know, you have to care about your community. You have to care about where you live. You got to do what you can to make everything a better place. That's the main thing. I have followers that have all different types of views. Here's my thing. I don't want to tell you who to vote for. I want to tell you who I think is a good candidate, which is Stacey Abrams. But more importantly, I encourage you to vote. And whatever it is you feel strongly about, really be strong about it. Make a stand. You know what I mean? Like, I hate when people complain about stuff, but they ain't doing nothing to fix the problem. You know, I hate that. When I tell you that irks me, I consider myself a fixer, a solver, a problem solver. Like, when I have things that go wrong in my life, I don't really like to be sitting there whining and complaining about it. Oh, why it happened, why this, why that, la, 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 la. I just constantly am like, okay, well, how do we fix it? That's how I approach any situation. And those are the type of people I want to be supportive of. You know what I mean? So, I see somebody said they are not sure. You're not sure who to vote for. I just encourage you to do your research, see what each candidate is, what their platform is, what they find to be important in life, what their background is, what their history has been when it comes to what they've already done in their political careers. You know what I mean? That's all you can do. That's all you can do to judge a person by, really, is their actions and what they've done. And don't just go by what you see in some of these commercials, because let's be clear, the commercials are always to make you sway towards. Monica and I have been doing a lot for Stacey Abrams. We've been at all the rallies and trying to get people out to vote. Hey, hold on. Did you get you to vote early? Oh, you going the day of?
And the short boomerang clique of Kandi Burruss and Cynthia Bailey obviously is old, but sometimes you have to literally say everything because there are people who, you know, exactly. So let me just say that is old. I just felt like they looked beautiful on that day, and I just wanted to post something to just show their friendship in a different light. That's all. Encourage every single one of you to make sure you go out there and you vote. Exercise your right to vote. You cannot complain about anything if you're not going out there and helping to make a change, okay? All right, my Vina loves, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Once again, remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.